So, I wanted to make a video showing our affordable polishing systems. But first, uh, I just got into lapidary work a couple of months ago because Lynette's birthday was coming up and she's into lapidary stuff. And I got on YouTube to try to research lapidary, and I got bit by the bug. I've been working with rocks for a long time, but not in this capacity. So I got driven like never before to do lapidary work. Um, we didn't have a lot of the expensive equipment that it takes, so that's the reason for this video. Um, some of the channels that I watched and was inspired by, I have to list: Lapidary Dave, Rookie Rock Hounding, Quest for Details, and a whole bunch of others. Just I love all of their content, and it was very encouraging to want to do stuff like this. So I know that there's other videos that show similar systems for polishing stone on YouTube, but this is what I came up with, built out of what I had. So I took my cordless drill, it's old school 18 volt, clamped it to the table. I had some polishing pads from before I polished my own granite hearth, and so over time I bought some more polishing pads. I turned this on by using another clamp. This is a variable speed drill, so you can adjust your speed. When we first started, we didn't have a water pump yet, so we cabbed one-handed and we used a spray bottle. And we'd stand here and spray the rock, both Lynette and I. Lynette got us a water pump, just a cheap aquarium tank style pump. So we put it in the bucket, and I rigged up this Rube Goldberg style, that's an older people reference maybe, Rube Goldberg style water holder, which works quite well. I've used it in 3 different locations. That's also clamped to the table down here, just using stuff I had around my garage. And that serves our purposes very well. Watch out for water. You're about to get sprayed. And that's how we tab. The downside to this system was that you've got to change your batteries pretty often. You've got to charge your batteries constantly. I was getting away with using 3 batteries would be enough to keep me polishing. But then the drill started getting hot, and I worried about this drill. For me, it's about $119 to replace this drill because it is pretty old and it will burn out eventually. So this is my second affordable polishing system that I put together. It's pretty much the same with a couple adjustments. This is what I'm using now. I switched from the cordless drill that we showed earlier to the electric drill. These are a little bit cheaper to replace for me. They're about $99 if it does burn out, and I'm sure you could get a variable speed drill for less than what I paid for this. Again, well, it was a little low when I first started using it, down at this table height, so I put a block underneath it to raise it up. I attached this piece of plywood to the block so that I could clamp my handle down to the table, hold it nice and securely. I didn't have the water shield at first. We used the hose stand that I had built. And when I raised it up, I found it threw a lot of water around the garage, more than we wanted, so I put together a Rube Goldberg water shield, which seems to work quite well. And we do have, this is I call it a pressure regulator that I pulled off of my tile saw and put on here to slow the water down. And we also put this screw in here to slow the water down a little more. This is a dangerous little shield that I built before I built the water shield that sat over here to protect the drill from getting wet, but as you can see, it's pretty sharp. Don't try that at home, kids. And that works just fine. I've got 11 diamond 4-inch polishing pads, probably way too many grits. I've been skipping some grits now. I think I'm using about 7. That might be even too many, I don't know. I'm still new to this. But these are what I use to polish. I start at 50 and I go all the way up to 10,000. And we do some shaping with the Poly D14, which was featured in another video. Do quite a bit of shaping on this wheel.